How's it going, everyone? This is Jason Navarro. You're listening to Tongues Out Podcast, and let's just jump right into today's subject. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear it outside, but essentially, it's pretty breezy out here in Las Vegas today. It's not too rare, honestly. I live right on the outskirts of Las Vegas, and so right close to like a little mountain range, and so it can get definitely a little bit extra windier on the side of town that I live on. But um, as I was like listening to the wind, I was thinking, man, is there a storm outside? Is it gonna rain? And then it made me reflect on something I couldn't believe hearing 2 months ago. I think it was. Yeah, I think it was like 2 months ago. An article came out stating that it hadn't rained in Las Vegas in well over 150 days, and that at the time had broken the record in Las Vegas. And I was like, wait, what? No, that's crazy. It hasn't rained since when? And I looked it up at the time when I saw the news, and yeah, of course, lo and behold, it's been that long. It was like 100, yeah, it was like something like 150 days or so. And actually, I'm on weather.gov's website right now, and that article must have came out 38 days ago because it's been 188 days since it's rained in Las Vegas. The last time there was any measurable rainfall in Las Vegas, it happened on April 20th, 2020. 420. Woo. Um, and so uh that is crazy. The last record was 150 days, and that was between February 22nd all the way to July 21st of 1959. Put that in perspective. It's been well over 61 years since there's been a record like that. I've lived here in Las Vegas for almost 6 years now. And I think the longest I've seen it not rain was maybe a few months, maybe like the max, like 90 days, I think. I don't even think so. Like, I mean, it would rain a lot. I mean, I'm trying to reflect on weather out here in Las Vegas. And yeah, I feel like it's definitely not gone longer than 90 days. It's hard to remember like 6 years worth of weather information, especially when most of the time people don't really think about it. And I didn't think about it as well until just now when I was actually, again, like yesterday's podcast, I was going to talk about something else today, something a little bit more funnier. But yeah, I just as I was like prepping up like my podcast stuff, I was like, oh man, I hope that they don't hear like this. The wind outside is like super breezy. And I was like, oh wait, maybe there's a storm coming. Well, wait, it hasn't rained in Las Vegas, right? I don't think it's rained since the pandemic has started out here in Las Vegas. Funny coincidence, conspiracy theory. To those people out there that are like, yeah, it's the military aircraft, chemtrails, and we never landed on the moon. NASA. This is for you guys to think a little bit more about. But yeah, it is a funny little coincidence that it was around this time period when essentially the pandemic hit Las Vegas. And so ever since everyone's had to be indoors, it hasn't rained. I cannot believe it's been 188 days. That is wild. I can't believe it's been that many days since the pandemic has started. It's well over more than half a year now. And when is it technically counted? Let me look that up. Actually, I'm curious now. First COVID case in Las Vegas. Oh, okay. Never mind. JK. First COVID case actually in Las Vegas was March 5th. I think that makes sense, actually. I do remember that. March 5th. Wow. Almost a full year now. We're 5 months away from a year. No, sorry, 4 months. 4 months and 10 days away from a full year of living with COVID-19. Crazy. Just as long without rain as well. But a million people are still moving from California to Las Vegas. Everyone's leaving California. I guess it's like with the fires and the homeless issues, COVID, taxes. Literally, there's a million different reasons why people from California are moving to Las Vegas, especially people in LA, because that's probably the second most costliest place to live outside of San Francisco in California. And so a lot of those people are moving into Nevada. Actually, people from San Francisco are moving to State Line, which is the Lake Tahoe side of Nevada. And then that's the closest city in Nevada that's in Lake Tahoe. And then people in Los Angeles are moving to Las Vegas because naturally that's the closest place for them to move to in Nevada. It's only a 4-hour drive, 4 to 6 hour drive, 6 hours. Man, it's been forever since I've driven out there. 6 hours, 6 hours, 4.5 if you drive really fast and there's no traffic. It's funny. The last 2 hours is actually just driving in Los Angeles because there's so much traffic. But you could do it in 4.5 hours. I'm almost positive, as long as there's no traffic. I think I've done it once before. But yeah, so a lot of people are moving from there to here, which is pretty funny in a sense that they haven't seen rain since they've been here. A majority of people moving out here. It's good news for Las Vegas in the sense that it's more people living out here means more job opportunities, but at the same time, it's not good for current residents of Las Vegas that don't really need, well, that sounds pretty stupid as well because everyone in Las Vegas needs work at the moment, but it's still bad because those people moving here probably need work as well. So it's inflating the availability for workers, but there's not enough work for those workers. And at the same time, a lot of people that are moving here are buying up a lot of real estate in Las Vegas. So it's making real estate and rental costs a lot more expensive. Actually, I was reading an article that there's a shortage on rental units in Las Vegas, which is so scary to know for people that are soon to be losing their place of residence. But let's not get into dark things. I don't know why I started talking about COVID and people from California. Let's go back to rain. 188 days without any rain in Las Vegas. That is unbelievable. I don't even know how there's plants still outside, considering that we're still in the middle of a desert. And I mean, there are sprinkler systems, but for all the vegetation out there that's not exposed to an adequate sprinkler system, I wonder how it's looking out there for a lot of people, farmers as well. Man, farmers must be impacted pretty hard. There was a farm I used to love to go to way back before the pandemic started, where essentially it was really cool. You would go and they had seasonal crops, and you would go and you would pick whatever you wanted to eat, like fruits, vegetables, pick it all, and then you would just pay for the weight. Everything had the same value, and you just paid by weight. And so when you would check out, you would gather all your stuff, check out, weigh all your stuff, and then leave, which was super awesome. But yeah, I wonder how those farms are doing. Must be pretty bad for them at the moment. But yeah, I honestly couldn't believe that statistic, and it's still windy as hell out there right now. So I was actually hoping for some rain, but looking outside, I can't look actually from this angle of my house. I have to go to the other side. But I think the last time I checked, it didn't look like it was going to rain, which is just a sad, sad day. And that might change. Tomorrow, supposedly it's supposed to be really cold, and possibility for what is that called? I'm already forgetting the term, but ice. I'm forgetting the term. Starts with an S, but essentially iced up regions. But it's not going to rain. I think it's just condensation with the cold weather freezes off that condensation. And so it makes things a little bit more slick on the road. So you got to be a little bit extra careful when you're driving. But I don't have to worry about that because I got a new set of tires 2 days ago because I chose to destroy my tires 4 days ago. And so, yeah, I don't have to worry about that happening to me. Knock on wood. I'm not superstitious. But knock on wood anyways. There's no wood near me. Oh, that's not good. I probably shouldn't have said that. But anyways, yeah, just a little food for thought for those not living in Las Vegas. It hasn't rained out here for 188 days. Crazy. By the way, Jonah Hill is a funny person. That's what I originally wanted to talk about before I heard that Wind Outside. I just got done watching Forgetting Sarah Marshall with my wife, but I've been watching a few movies this week with Jonah Hill in them, and man, that guy has got some range. That guy is just hilarious. If I wanted to be a comedian, it would have to be a Jonah Hill type of comedian. I feel like I am kind of, in essence, like that's why I enjoy his comedic approach, because I handle things similarly to how he does it. But that guy is so funny. But anyways, thank you guys so much for listening to today's podcast, and I will catch you guys mañana. Peace.